All right, let's dive right in, shall we? Today's deep dive is all about Caitlin Clark
Ah, yes, Caitlin Clark.
and her meteoric rise in women's sports.
A fascinating topic for sure.
Yeah, you've sent over this really great article celebrating all her achievements lately.
Definitely a lot to celebrate.
I mean, we're talking NCAA scoring records,
Yeah.
WNBA Rookie of the Year, just crazy viewership spikes.
And those comparisons to legends like Candace Parker.
It's a lot to unpack.
It really is.
But trust me, it is going to be an exciting ride.
I think more than exciting, I think what we're seeing here is a cultural phenomenon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Really a seismic shift in how we even perceive and value women's sports, and she's at the center.
So where do we even begin?
Well, the beginning is a good place to start.
True.
To truly grasp what makes Caitlin Clark so special, we need to understand her journey right.
Okay, rewind back to Iowa Hawkeyes, her college days.
To say those were incredible years is an understatement.
I bet.
She finished her college career with 3,951 total points.
Whoa, hold on a sec. 3,951.
That's not just breaking the women's NCAA scoring record, that's shattering the men's record, too.
Oh, my goodness.
And leading Iowa to back-to-back championship games.
Talk about a fierce competitor.
You've got that right.
These are the kind of stats that make you just stop and say, wait, did that really just happen?
And it's that sense of watching history unfold that makes her so captivating. It's not just the records, it's how she plays the game.
It's electric.
You got it.
Her, jaw-dropping long-range three-pointers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's part of it. But it's also her incredible court vision and playmaking ability.
You've seen her play.
Many times.
Like she has eyes in the back of her head.
Right. She can just thread passes through the tightest defenses and find her teammates for open shots.
Okay, wait, time out for a sec.
Okay.
For those of us who may not be, super familiar with all this basketball lingo, can we just break down what playmaking ability actually means?
Sure.
Okay.
Basically, the playmaker is like the quarterback on offense. It's the one who dictates the pace, controls the flow, creates those scoring opportunities.
So not just about scoring points yourself, but about making everyone around you better.
Precisely. That's exactly it.
Got it.
And Caitlin Clark is a master.
Hmm.
I mean, she can score at will, but she's incredibly unselfish.
Wow.
Always looking to make the best play for the team, whether that's finding an open teammate for a layup or pulling up for a game-winning three-pointer.
Speaking of game-winning, let's fast forward to her WNBA debut.
Yeah, that was a moment everyone was waiting for.
#1 draft pick.
Lived up to the hype and then some.
Landed with the Indiana Fever.
And it was instant transformation.
Wow.
Her rookie season, spectacular.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, she broke the WNBA single-game assist record, 19 assists.
Wait, 19 assists in a single game?
That's almost an assist every other minute.
That's insane.
And then she went on to set the new season assist record with 337 assists.
Whoa.
The previous record was 287.
So she completely blew it out of the water.
Yeah, she didn't just have one good game. Right. Consistently made her teammates better the entire season.
All while averaging over 20 points per game herself.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk about a well-rounded player.
Right.
So we've established she's got the talent.
Yeah.
But I think what truly sets Caitlin Clark apart
Mm-hmm.
is the way she's captured the hearts of fans
Yeah.
and changed the game.
Beyond the court.
It's remarkable.
Truly.
Let's talk about the 2023 NCAA Women's Championship game.
Okay.
I remember watching it, just blown away by the energy and the excitement.
Well, that game was historic.
It really was.
This is the first time ever that the women's final outdrew the men's final in viewership.
Wow. And Caitlin Clark was a big reason for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's not just her talent that's drawing people in. It's the way she elevates the entire sport.
You got it.
And the WNBA has seen a massive surge in viewership since she joined the league.
Massive.
A 300% increase.
That's right.
And the 2024 draft, record-breaking 2.4 million viewers. Those numbers are unheard of in the history of women's professional basketball.
Unheard of.
It's wild to think about the impact one player can have.
Right.
It's like she's riding this wave of growing interest in women's sports. But at the same time, she's creating the wave itself.
Yeah, it's this really incredible feedback loop. The more success she has, the more attention she brings to the WNBA, which then creates more opportunities for all these other talented players.
So it's not just about the points on the board.
Nope.
It's about the energy she brings,
Yeah.
the excitement she generates, and the way she inspires fans to actually tune in and care about women's basketball.
You said it perfectly. It's the Caitlin Clark effect.
I've got chills.
Oh, wow.
But before we move on, I'm curious about something.
Okay.
We've talked about her impact on viewership,
Yeah.
but what about the actual experience of watching her play? What makes her so captivating to watch?
Well, I think what's really fascinating here
Yeah.
is she's not just a skilled athlete, she's a showman.
Okay.
Combines incredible talent with just a flair for the dramatic.
Give me an example.
All right, picture this. She's dribbling down the court. The clock is winding down, 3 defenders on her,
Okay, I'm picturing it.
and suddenly she pulls up from way beyond the three-point line, nails a nothing but net shot as the buzzer sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Crowd goes wild.
That's the kind of moment that gets people talking.
Exactly. She's not afraid to take risks.
Mm.
And she often makes the impossible look effortless.
So we've got the electrifying style of play,
Wow.
the record-breaking stats, surge in viewership.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, there's a real person behind all of this.
Right.
What's she like off the court?
You know, for someone constantly in the spotlight, she's remarkably down to earth.
Really?
Yeah, she's known for her humility and her genuine connection with fans.
I heard that she makes a point of interacting with fans before and after every game.
It's true, no matter how tired she is.
Wow, that's got to be exhausting.
It definitely takes a toll. But she seems to genuinely appreciate her fans. There's this quote from her that really struck me.
Okay.
She said, whether it's 15 seconds or 5 seconds, it can be very impactful in a young girl or young boy's life.
Wow, that's so insightful.
Right.
It shows that she understands the power of her platform.
And the responsibility that comes with it.
Yeah, and that brings us to the question of legacy.
Mm.
We've already talked about those comparisons to, WNBA greats like Candace Parker, Cheryl Swoops.
Yeah, the comparisons are inevitable.
They are.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
All 3 of these players have been instrumental in the growth and evolution of women's basketball.
Right, right.
But what makes Caitlin Clark's impact unique
Okay.
is that she's achieving all of this at such a young age.
So she's already broken records, captivated fans, elevated women's basketball to new heights. What's next?
That is the million-dollar question. And to answer it, we need to dive deeper into her journey, her advocacy, and the cultural shift she's driving. You know what's fascinating here? Caitlin Clark's success isn't just about her individual talent.
You mean like how she's become this symbol of like the progress?
Exactly, this momentum we see in women's sports. I mean, we've been talking about these record-breaking viewership numbers, right? For the WNBA, the NCAA championship game.
Right.
These numbers aren't just a coincidence, they represent a real cultural shift.
Oh, wow.
This growing recognition of the power, the athleticism of women's sports.
And Caitlin Clark is at the forefront.
Oh, absolutely.
She is just shattering expectations, showing the world that women's basketball can be just as exciting
Just as entertaining.
as the men's game.
For sure.
But you're right. This didn't happen overnight.
You're right.
There have been so many trailblazers.
Oh, Wes, who really paved the way for athletes like Caitlin Clark.
Absolutely. Think about legends like Candace Parker.
Yes.
Cheryl Swoops.
Yep. They dominated the game, broke barriers, inspired generations.
They really did.
Helped build this foundation for what we're seeing now.
Yeah, and Caitlin Clark is building on that foundation.
Taking it to even greater heights.
Not just breaking records,
right?
But breaking down the walls
of
what people thought was possible.
It's like she's saying, hey, women's basketball is here.
And it's time to start paying attention.
Yeah, and the fans are responding. They're showing up in record numbers, buying merchandise, engaging with the sport in ways we haven't seen before.
And think about the impact on young girls.
Especially those who aspire to play.
Yes.
I mean, seeing someone like Caitlin Clark dominating on the court, achieving at such a high level, it sends a powerful message.
It really does.
It tells them that anything is possible.
Representation matters.
It really does.
When young girls see themselves reflected in successful athletes,
like Caitlin
Clark,
it
expands their sense of what they can achieve. It empowers them to dream big.
To pursue their passions.
Without limits.
Yeah, she's a walking, talking, three-point shooting example of what happens when you combine talent, hard work.
An unwavering belief in yourself.
Yeah, and she does it all with a smile on her face. A genuine love for the game.
You can see it.
You can see it in her interactions with her teammates, her opponents, the fans. She's a class act through and through.
Absolutely, but for all her accomplishments on the court, I'm really curious about what she'll do off the court. She clearly is so passionate about using her platform
To advocate.
to advocate for women's sports.
Yeah.
Where do you see her influence going from here?
Well, that's a great question. She has the potential to be a very powerful voice for change,
Yeah.
not just in basketball, but in all women's sports.
Mm.
She's already spoken out about, the need for greater investment in women's athletics, the importance of pay equity.
Right.
She's challenging the status quo and demanding that women athletes be treated with the same respect.
The same recognition as their male counterparts.
Exactly. And she's not afraid to use her voice.
No, she's not.
I mean, she's called for increased media coverage of women's sports, more sponsorship opportunities, greater investment in youth programs for girls.
So she understands that creating lasting change requires action on, like, multiple fronts.
Yeah, she sees this as a movement, not just a moment.
Right.
Committed to making a real difference for future generations of female athletes.
And she has the platform to do it.
And the influence. People are listening.
They are.
She's become a role model, not just for her athletic abilities, but for her courage, her conviction.
Her commitment to making the world a more equitable place.
Yes.
Think about the impact she could have on pay equity in professional sports.
That's a huge problem.
It is.
It's persisted for far too long.
And Caitlin Clark is shining a light on it.
Absolutely.
Women athletes have historically been paid significantly less than their male counterparts.
Even when they're competing at the same level, achieving the same level of success.
And she's using her platform to amplify the voices of other athletes.
Demanding that women be compensated fairly.
For their talent and hard work.
It's not just about fairness. It's about recognizing the value, the contributions of women.
In all areas of society.
Exactly. Creating a level playing field where all athletes,
regardless of gender,
have that opportunity to reach their full potential.
So it's about more than just basketball.
Way more.
It's about challenging societal norms.
And fighting for a more equitable future.
For everyone.
And that's what makes her such a compelling figure. She's not just an incredible athlete.
Right.
She's an advocate, a role model.
A symbol of hope.
For a more just and inclusive world.
Her story is a powerful reminder that we can all make a difference.
Big or small.
In creating a better world.
One thing that really stands out to me about Caitlin
What's that?
is her ability to connect with people on a personal level.
What do you mean?
Well, she's not just a superstar athlete.
Okay.
She's relatable.
No.
She's genuine. Yeah.
She comes across as someone you could sit down and have a conversation with.
Right.
And that authenticity makes her message even more powerful.
You're right. She doesn't shy away from sharing her personal experiences.
Her struggles, her triumphs.
Lets people see her as a whole person, not just an athlete.
Exactly. And that vulnerability makes her even more inspiring.
Yeah.
It shows that even the most talented,
the most successful people,
they face challenges.
They do.
And it's okay to be open about those challenges.
Her message of resilience and perseverance.
It becomes all the more impactful.
Right. She's not just saying follow your dreams.
She's showing people how to navigate the ups and downs
of pursuing those dreams.
And that's a powerful lesson for everyone.
So we've talked about her on-court dominance, her impact on women's sports, her advocacy for gender equality, her ability to connect with people on a personal level.
And yet,
there's one question that keeps coming back to me.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it? We've discussed her potential to drive change within, the realm of sports.
Yeah.
But how will her influence extend beyond the court?
That's fascinating. What kind of impact could she have on society as a whole?
What kind of legacy will she leave behind?
Big questions.
Those are the questions we'll explore in the final part of our deep dive. All right, so we're back, and we're wrapping up our deep dive into Caitlin Clark.
Such a fascinating figure.
We've gone through this incredible journey.
Yeah.
On-court dominance, her impact on women's sports.
Uh-huh.
But now it's time to think even bigger.
Okay, I'm listening.
Her potential to shape society as a whole.
That's interesting.
Yeah, we often think of athletes as just excelling within their sport.
Right, within those boundaries.
But Caitlin Clark seems to be breaking those.
Breaking boundaries.
She's not just an athlete, she's a cultural icon, a role model.
A powerful voice for change.
Yeah, and those qualities, have the potential to ripple outwards, impact society in ways beyond basketball.
What's intriguing to me is that she embodies this, spirit of determination, resilience, this willingness to challenge the status quo.
It's true.
And these qualities resonate with people far beyond just sports fans.
Think about it. In a world that often feels so divided,
so uncertain,
she offers this message of hope.
Of empowerment.
Yeah. Her story reminds us that with hard work, dedication.
Belief in yourself?
You can achieve anything you set your mind to.
It's a universal message.
It really is.
Transcends age, gender, background.
It speaks to something deep within all of us,
That desire to strive for greatness.
to overcome obstacles.
To make a real impact.
And we can't forget her powerful advocacy for gender equality.
No, absolutely not.
She's not just talking the talk.
She's walking the walk. She's using her platform
To raise awareness.
about the disparities that women face,
In sports and beyond.
Her willingness to speak out on these issues, it's so important.
It is?
Because by challenging those norms, pushing for a more equitable future,
She's paving the way.
for others to do the same, and because she's such a relatable figure, so admired,
Yeah.
her message carries so much weight.
Think about the impact she's already having on young girls.
Showing them that they can be strong, confident, and successful.
Yeah, it's about more than just inspiring athletes.
It's about empowering a whole generation of girls to dream big.
To pursue those passions without limits,
And that could create a ripple effect throughout society.
leading to greater gender equality in all areas of life.
Yeah, imagine a world where girls grow up believing they can be anything they want to be.
Anything, a CEO, a scientist, an
A
artist,
professional athlete.
Caitlin Clark is helping make that a reality.
She really is.
And it's not just about girls. Her message of hard work, dedication, perseverance,
Can inspire anyone, regardless of gender.
to strive for excellence, to make a positive contribution.
One of the things that really strikes me about her,
What's that?
it's her authenticity. She's not afraid to just be herself.
Yeah, on and off the court.
I agree. She comes across as genuine.
Relatable.
And
It
that
makes her even more inspiring.
It does.
It's like she's saying, hey, I'm just a normal person.
Who loves basketball?
Wants to make a difference.
And that resonates with people.
Because it's honest. It's real.
It makes her seem approachable, like someone you could have a conversation with.
That kind of connection is rare.
Especially for someone with that level of fame and success.
Yeah, and that connection, I think, allows her message to reach even more people.
Because people are more likely to listen to someone they feel they can relate to.
Absolutely. It's not just what she says.
It's who she is.
And she's someone who inspires trust.
Admiration, a belief that positive change is possible.
So where does this all lead? What kind of impact could she have beyond sports?
The possibilities are endless. I mean, she could become this leading advocate for social justice.
Right. Use her platform to raise awareness about poverty, education, healthcare.
She could inspire political action, encourage young people to get involved.
To make a difference.
She could even pursue a career in politics herself.
Wow. Use her leadership skills. Her passion for creating a more just world.
To really affect change on a larger scale.
It's exciting to think about all the ways she could use her influence.
It really is, and it all comes back to those core qualities, right? Determination, resilience,
Authenticity.
that belief in the power of hard work, perseverance.
Yeah.
Those qualities are contagious.
They are.
They have the power to inspire others to create positive change
In their own lives.
in their communities.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Caitlin Clark, I want to leave you with this thought. Her story is still unfolding.
The most exciting chapters are yet to be written.
And that's what makes her journey so compelling.
We've explored her past, analyzed her present, speculated about her future.
But ultimately, her story will continue to inspire and surprise us.
For years to come.
So keep your eye on Caitlin Clark, not just for her incredible talent on the court.
But for the positive change she's inspiring off the court.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Her impact is only just beginning to be felt.
And remember, her story is a reminder that anything is possible with hard work, dedication, and a belief in yourself.
So go out there and make your own impact on the world.
That's a wrap on our deep dive into the amazing Caitlin Clark. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.